Alton Towers have announced their unique 2024 season offering, including a brand new opportunity for guests. Drayton Manor have finally acknowledged their brand new roller coaster. It took them this long, but I'm happy about that. And even a brand new trackless dark ride is coming to the UK. And I bet you can't guess where it's being built. All that and more has happened this past week in theme park. That's right, it is back. The best series on this channel is thriving once again in 2024. What a time to be alive. Yeah, this is the first this past week in theme parks of the year, because I haven't done a video of this series because there's been nothing going on, basically. Oh, and also just to let you know, there's going to be no me in this episode because I'm moving out of this room. Yeah. Anyway, new background or not, if you do go on to enjoy this video and you want to stay up to date on all of this in the future, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. So then, what has happened this past week then? Okay, we're going to start off with the smaller stuff that we sort of already know, but it still happened this week, okay? Thorpe Park have been continuing the hype for Hyperia by building upon it, and it's looking very nice. And they've also been sparkling upon their sparkle project, because they have actually posted photos inside the Hyperia station, and as much as it looks like a shoebox right now, where have I seen that before? I'm sure once it's all furnished and all looking lovely, we'll get some nice gold decals and stuff on it, and it will look a lot better. As for the Sparkle project, the lower half of Rush has been painted, along with the rest of Colossus that's still being repainted as we speak. And the one major thing is Stealth, because that is being refurbished, and as much as we knew that, look at how different that station looks now. It looks really good. There's some new signs around the station as well, and I've never actually heard of the car brand Intamin, you know. What is that? As I have said multiple times, Thorpe Park are doing an absolutely amazing job with all this Sparkle project stuff, and it's probably going to feel like a completely different park when we step in there, especially when Hyperia opens, but we still don't know when that is. And talking of opening dates, another smaller thing some of you might care about. Emerald Park in Ireland are going to be opening their brand new area, Tir na Nor, in May. I definitely still messed up that name. The brand new coasters in that area look amazing. They look really well themed and integrated quite well into each other. There's no specific date yet, but you know, May. That's not too far away, and at least we actually have a month for that opening. Towers and Thorpe, please give us opening days. And speaking of getting some more opening days from places, Drayton Manor need to give us one for their brand new roller coaster. Because at first this project seemed to sort of move along very slowly, you know, nothing was really happening, there was no foundations, no supports, anything like that. It has sprung up magically. I don't know where it's come from. And as much as we still don't know the name, the layout elements or anything like that, with so much track being installed, we can get a very good gist of what this coaster may have. You can see the very tall lift hill has started to go in, you know, very tall. There are multiple airtime hills and turns that look really sharply banked for a family coaster. And the thing I'm most excited for is the fact that there are switch tracks present on the layout. And of course, if you've been on a coaster with a switch track, that mainly means that it's going to go backwards at some point or another. And that would be so fun to have on a coaster here in the UK. Although that doesn't actually mean there's going to be an 80-mile-an-hour swing launch with a vertical spike. As much as I wish that was the case, it's Drayton Manor. That's not going to happen. But I'm sure we'll see some cool backwards element on this ride, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And all of that construction may have been done the week prior, but what I wanted to acknowledge was the fact that Drayton actually acknowledged this coaster for once. This ride will be very good, but can you imagine if it did actually spin? I say that because Drayton Manor did actually tell me the last time I made a video about it spinning, saying, you know, Dan, it's not actually going to spin. You need to know that now. So, you know, it might not actually be spinning, or they might be lying to me. You can't trust anyone nowadays. It's going to be very cool either way. As much as I do like to stay sort of in the UK or around the UK for these this past week in theme park updates, I think you can't help but mention the fact that Universal Orlando have just announced a massive new theme park. We knew this was coming ages ago, the epic universe with loads of different like Harry Potter rides, Nintendo Land, How to Train Your Dragon, and much more. We knew it was coming, but now it's been officially announced by the park, and it just looks incredible. There's not often that you can go to a theme park and say that you were there on the opening year of the entire park. I really want to go. And I've realised by putting that in the middle of everything, now whatever follows this will not live up to the hype that a brand new theme park had. But I'll tell you what, Epic Universe wasn't that much of a surprise. We knew it was happening, as I said, but something that came as a huge surprise that was announced a few days ago was the fact that there's a brand new trackless dark ride making its way to an attraction in the UK. And the reason I say attraction is because no, it's not a theme park. Instead, it's going to the well-known attraction Cadbury World. Now, I actually went to Cadbury World for the first time last year in 2023, and especially, well, I went because it's on the Merlin Pass. It's free, even better. And you know, it was cool seeing all the chocolatey things right in sub to DigitalDan in chocolate. And also what was quite cool was there was a random dark ride in the middle of the whole experience called Cadabra. Cadabra, that's it. And you sort of sat in this little car and took a trip around the story of the cocoa bean, and there was loads of theming and little cocoa beans doing weird things and looking very creepy. And you know, it was a fun little dark ride, but that's being ripped out or closed down to be replaced by a brand new trackless dark ride. Now, of course, if you're unaware, a trackless dark ride is the innovation of technical masterclass, you see. It's so high level of the dark ride technology that we don't even have one in the UK. It's sort of like Ratatouille at Disneyland Paris, or I think Symbolica at Efteling might be one as well. I can't wait to ride that in June. But yeah, we don't actually have one in this country, so the first one we're getting, being at Cadbury World, is rather hilarious. Either way, the new ride will be based on a Cadbury chocolate quest, and it's set to have three-dimensional physical sets, virtual screens, and interactive lasers. And those are there so you can help collect the ingredients needed to make a bar of Cadbury's iconic dairy milk. And all of this story is led by one person and one person themselves, the Chocolate Freddo. We're getting a Chocolate Freddo dark ride, oh my god. And it looks like it's going to be really good, to be fair. I just hope it doesn't rely on the screens too much. And it's opening in spring as well, so perfect timing. I'm gonna go again and get loads of chocolate and ride the dark ride, of course. And guess what else opens in spring 2024? Alton Towers Resort. What a segue this is. Alton Towers have released a video announcing everything new for 2024 right at the start of the season. But in this, there's a new confirmation of something we were waiting to see an approval of, and also something brand new that's an experience for guests that we didn't even think about at all. They basically released this video and it's going through everything that's going to be happening, and it was actually a really well made video, to be fair. Got me very excited for the season, I must say. They announced their entire event lineup, which does not include Mardi Gras or Festival of Thrills. Thank God, no more Smiler Takeover. And there's only a select amount of events, so that's very good because, you know, quality over quantity. And along with that, they have also officially announced in this video that Hex is returning to the park again. Thank the Lord for that too. As much as Nemesis was gone, Hex was also severely missed from the park in 2023. So to see it actually returning is lovely. Simply lovely. And it's about time too. Let's just hope it doesn't break on day one again. And yeah, we have seen the Alton After Dark thing that's going to be happening as well. But one of the biggest things I took away from this was the brand new lift climb. Because yes, if you've ever wanted to climb some of your favourite Alton Towers rides legally, now's your chance, because they're offering brand new lift climb experiences on Wickerman and Oblivion. And as you can see from various different photos here, and also in that video, the views from the top of each would be very cool, especially on Oblivion. And obviously, if you're going to scale up Wickerman's lift hill, then you'll get to experience the weird double incline. It still looks so weird. And if you didn't want to spend the money on that, you could just go outside and walk up a hill, and you could probably get the same experience. Although I can imagine walking up Oblivion's lift and going to the top of that drop, which you're going to be able to do, would be quite terrifying actually. But this is really cool. We've been wanting to see a lift climb experience at the park for ages, and it goes to show that they can do it. So will we see more in the future? Could we see a Smiler one? That would be awesome. You wouldn't see a Galactica one because that'd be pointless. Nemesis would also be pointless. 13 would just be looking out to the trees, and Rita, you can't even do that. Will you be climbing the Wickerman or Oblivion? Or are you just excited for everything going on in 2024? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next time in my brand new room.